Hello, Shauna. Good morning. Wow, I already have two people in here before I was able to share it out. How's the weather in Ohio? It is in the 70s here. The highest it's going to get is to the 90s. 90 today. Not as bad as yesterday. Today I will finish my yard work. Movie buff, good morning. I'm going to do the weed eating. Oh, 56 there. That's nice. That's the kind of weather I like. 55 I saw. I like the cooler weather. Always have. I'll bet Ohio's in for a cold winter this year, being you skipped winter last year. Movie buff, I did take a look at that stream you posted up there. Um, I breathed through it. That's all I gotta say. Yeah. And heat, yeah, the heat's killing me. Being the central air unit broke. I have a window unit in the kitchen, dining room actually, the dining room window, but it doesn't cool the whole house. Trust me, I'm grateful for what I have, though. There's many people that don't even have a roof over their head. Homeless, people displaced out of their apartments, their houses. So I'm very grateful. I appreciate what I have. All my bills are paid. I think this winter is going to be a rough one on a lot of people. I know in Louisiana, reap what you sow. They're on a generator right now. They have 300 acres. They're keeping the refrigerators going and all this, and they need all this gas. But he's homesteading his grandfather's farm. They have all the animals there, lots of animals. You think My Cry for Help has animals. Reap What You Sow has many, many more. Goats, pigs, cows, chickens, turkeys, a miniature milking cow, butterfly. It's a cool channel. I like going there. He got a brand new Kubota tractor. Shauna, how's your man doing? How's he like his new job? Oop. No, I know he had started a new job. You always say as long as you have a roof. Right? I'm blessed. I have a roof, but it leaks. When that Michael and all that storms came in the last time, and the guy that did my roof, yeah, I'll get it fixed. I've got a guy coming out to give me a quote. I'd like to put a metal roof, but the metal roof, they want $6,000. I don't know if it's worth it or not. If I'm going to stay here long term, it would be worth it, but I really want to move to my own piece of land. Maybe a tiny house or a smaller house, little 2-bedroom on a piece of land. Be a lot nicer for me. Good. Yeah, so far. Once they get into it, they realize all the crap that goes on behind the scenes. They always give the new guy the hardest job, usually, till you climb the ladder and realize the new guy's working harder than all the other people. Movie buff, do you have your basement all ready for the winter? Your winter heating is all good? A forklift. Oh, nice. I have a friend that drives a forklift too, and he can actually pick up a quarter with the forklift, and he makes bets on it. He gets a lot of beer money doing it. He'll lay the forklift on top of the quarter and back up slowly till the quarter lifts, and then he'll catch it. And he makes beer money picking a quarter up. Yeah, Mike Cry was saying something about those RID things you can buy to take the humidity out of your house, and you put it in a bucket. I still have yet to buy them, and I need to, because I'm sure I have some moisture in my home. Right? So he's got plenty of experience. Oh boy, what a day. It's going to be a good day today. It's not as humid. It's not as hot. I should have got a strap for that weed eater. Just me was telling me if I had a strap, it wouldn't be so hard on my shoulders. Have you mowed your yard, Movie Buff, with that fancy lawnmower you have? Mama Rinda, welcome. Fancy meeting you here, young lady. How's the camping area going? It is a nice campsite. That's like camping kicked up a notch, glamping. One day I'm going to get out there to that neck of the woods. I want to visit the 13 colonies. It's on my bucket list. Take a trip through the 13 colonies because I love history. You don't like to go out for it? I don't blame you. I got 2 gas cans here and filled them up so I'll have enough gas to mow the rest of the season. Is it cooler there, Mama? It was 95 degrees here yesterday and god awful hot. I thought I was going to pass out getting off that lawnmower mowing yesterday. But I didn't. I survived. My heart was a pounding. My blood pressure was sky high. My body was screaming at me, but I got it done. I never did get my vegetable garden in. Have you seen Megan Fox around, Mama Rinda, at all? Megan, I miss her, and I'm wondering where she's at. If you're still in here, I know you don't stay in any channel very long, Mama. She's been missing in action for a while. I hope she's okay. She doesn't live far from me. She lives one state over. Well, Miranda, I don't know if you know it or not, but Movie Buff is a teacher, a retired teacher. He lives in Maryland. Oh, okay, thank you. Oh, I got 9 people in here. Woo! Nice. I hope I'm not bumping up against Grizz, because Grizz pulls in his morning audience with his little campfire self. Politically incorrect. And I would like to debate him. One day I'll figure out the StreamYard thing and get up on panels and have my own StreamYard going and invite people up on panels. I need to talk to somebody who has it that can walk me through how to do a StreamYard, so I'm not the only one talking. It does bring more people to your channel if you're trying to get some watch hours in. Ten? Oh, this morning I thought you said you only had 1 to clean. Must have had some checkouts. Grizz helped you with StreamYards? Well, I'll have to talk to him. But he's going to have to call me on the phone kind of thing, because it's too hard to figure out. Give him my phone number or a Hangout phone number, and he can call me through Hangouts. A bathhouse. Oh, gotcha. Definitely cool. You know, and the fact that the French guys bought it, I took French in high school, so I can speak French a little bit. I still remember some of it, but it was the wrong language to take in high school. Oh, here comes a flock of geese. Look at that. That's cool. I'm known for doing crap like that. Noodles makes fun of me every time I see a butterfly or a bird or a cloud. I tend to talk about it. He said he feels like he's on an acid trip or something. I just like nature. And B&J Outdoors has that critter cam. He puts some feed in this bin type deal, and you can see the chipmunks and the squirrels jumping in and out of it, grabbing food up in Canada. It's pretty cool to watch if you just need some peaceful channel to go to. Yeah. I mean, the high school I went to was huge. Well, I went to several of them. I got moved around a lot. But they were all going to Germany, France, Italy, Mexico, whatever language you were taking, they were taking a trip over the spring break to those countries. Of course, I didn't have the money to go. I made an excuse why I wasn't going, but that's all they talked about the whole school year was this trip that the students were all getting to take to these countries. Pretty cool. And they came back, and that's all they talked about. So the teacher kind of had a click with them. You know, the students with money and without get treated differently. That was at a really nice school, though, at the time I went, in Eastlake, in Ohio. Shauna, do you know where Eastlake is, up Lakeshore Drive? Back in the day, it was a really nice little tiny town. There was Willoughby, Eastlake, Willowick. Now it's all grown up. It's just not the same as it used to be. Freeways going every which way. When I went back to look at it, Oh, German measles and didn't get to go. Oh. Yeah, the measles are no fun, and chicken pox. When my kids got chicken pox when they were young, well, one of them got it. So I let the other two get it, so they all had it at the same time. And my son got it the worst. He had them everywhere. The girls just had a few. You know, Shauna, I have a son, and his name is Abraham. And I really had trouble with Evil Abe's name being called Evil Abe because I didn't appreciate that at the time. Now it doesn't bother me. It doesn't bother me at all. And John, you close your ears for this part. I did pray about it. If God would give me a boy, I would name it anything he asked me to name it. And I named him Abraham. Come to find out, it was his great-grandfather's name later on. My husband's dad came to me and wanted me to name him Hector. And I just couldn't bring myself to name him Hector. It just wasn't a name that resonated with me. And it is an Irish-French name, but it does sound like a Mexican name. He was going to give me $500 to name him Hector, and I just didn't take it. I couldn't see calling him Hector. But I did name his middle name that, so he's named after both of his great-grandpas. On his grandma's side and his grandfather's side. So he's got both sides of his DNA on his name. As I ramble on talking about random shit. Oh, you got a double doozy, huh, Shauna? You know, I got older, and when you get older, they offer you that shingle shot. It's a vaccine type deal. Oh, that thing. That was the worst shot I've ever got in my life. We were supposed to go back for another second series. I said, no, thank you. I'll take my chances that one dose was enough. I know they say shingles is a very painful thing to have. They don't give some of the vaccines they used to, where you had that huge circular scar that made a scab the size of a dime on your back of your arm. Movie Buff, what vaccine was that? If you're in here. Your mom was dead set you were a boy. Oh, chicken pox. Just Mike. Thank you for reminding me. Thank you for being in here, Just Mike. I'm glad you could stop in. I've got weed eating to do, and I've got lots of flower pots, thanks to Miss Glenda. A lot of them are plastic, and they're eclectic because I got them from all over the neighbors and everything, with plants in pots that I have to weed around because I didn't want to put the plants in the ground. Oh, it's a lot of work, but it's worth it because I love my flowers, thanks to Glenda. I saved a lot of flowers when they moved a mobile home out, went and uprooted them and put them in pots. And the only flowers that didn't come up was the ones I planted to attract butterflies. The ones I planted to attract hummingbirds came up, but the butterfly one did not. It was a root. It wasn't a bulb. I don't know what I did wrong, but it didn't take. I don't even know the name of it. As I switch the subject from shots and vaccines to plants. You was lurking. You're allowed to lurk. I welcome all lurkers. I welcome everybody. My number one rule is don't bash my chatters. Don't say disrespectful, hateful things to anybody in the chat, and you're good. Blue skies. I want to go down the road a piece. The governor's house was here in the 1800s. The actual governor of North Carolina's house. It's a pretty cool house looking. And across the way, there's a place where the Civil War came through here and camped as they were walking from Greensboro to Raleigh. It's a historical landmark site. They drained the pond there, and I want to walk around in that pond with a metal detector and see what I can find. There you go. Sing it, Movie Buff. Movie Buff, why haven't you done any videos lately? Or you're singing. You have a good voice. Give you something to do. I know you say you're on the top side of the ground and depression can consume you. Depression gets a lot of people. But it give you something to do besides watching the drama shit shows. Do you know what I mean, buddy? Do you know? Yes. As they were draining it, one of the owners walked over and I kind of interviewed him on one of the videos I did. And the original outhouse is still there. That they went in the outhouse, and I opened the door and looked inside the outhouse. I wonder what's down in the outhouse, but I'm not going to dig there for sure. But there was a duck decoy that was on the pond, and I see the duck decoy. He said that's all they found so far, and then now, of course, the grass has grown up around it. The sad part is the geese migrate there every year, and the geese are kind of floundering like, where'd the pond go? Where'd the pond go? And you see them land, and they're kind of walking around. Well, I knew there was a pond here last year. So they've had to accommodate. It was a pond with a pond behind it. So they tore the house down. It was, God, I don't know why they tore it down. It was a really nice house. It's just where that tree horizon is, that's where it is behind that tree line there. It's not far. Down the street, around the corner, and around again. I just don't know if I can live stream from there, because I would like to do it on a live stream. My plan is, for my channel, I want to do some history stuff because I like history. I'm fascinated with architecture from old churches. Of course, nature. I like clouds. And I'm going to do some videos on anxiety to help people who have anxiety be able to conquer it, as I'm working with my therapist to conquer my anxiety. I don't think I'll do any cooking, but I do have a lot of crafts I do. Like I take these 55-pound, 100-pound dog food bags and change them into shopping bags. And they're really sturdy. But I need to figure out how to edit. Like, Mike, you put some music to your thing, you're able to speed it up and such. I've got to take the time to sit down with the computer. I just get computer frustrated. I got straight A's in school, I just never learned the computer. Maybe I should go to the little community college here and take a class. Give me something to do. I know Apple because I have this phone, but I have to drive to Raleigh, which is 40 minutes away. They have free classes. They'll take you on a thing, how to use your camera, photography, all kinds of stuff, and it's free when you have an Apple product. Bunch of birds. I don't know what those little guys are. Oh, those are pretty. That's why out there where those white posts are, I am going to be digging I have the 4x4 post. I'm going to put a birdhouse on one post, and at the other post of my yard, I'm going to be putting a bird feeder. You can't put the house by the feeder too close or they won't nest in it. So that I can see and maybe get some babies. My Aunt Audrey loved birds. She had a 10-acre place in Andover, Ohio. I miss her too. Geez, I miss a lot of more of my family members are dead than alive. I think those, I don't know what they are. Mount Gilead. In Ohio, I used to go to Chardon Lake, Lake Berea, Putin Bay, Pymatuming Lake. We would go to the Andover where the Amish were. Lots of places in Ohio. I got shipped to California to live with an uncle when I was 17. And I lived in Riverside County, California for many, many years. My husband and I had a nice property, and we had a pair of owls that lived in a palm tree. One night I was standing out there looking at the moon and the stars and appreciating the night, and that owl tried to land on me. They might be mating or something. Killdeer. I've seen the birds that lay their nest in the ground and they go away a little bit away and a little bit away to steer you away from their nest because they actually have their nest on the ground. Like down here at the little local Alexander Wilson. And when that happens, they cone off where the nest is so the students don't mess with the nest and the eggs. But on that 10-acre property, they bought the 5 acres next door and logged it, which paid for the property to expand from a 5-acre to a 10-acre piece of property. And she had all kinds of bird feeders and bird houses and animal refuge. Her neighbors had horses, so I'd go out and visit her and ride the horse down to the creek. It was really cool. Shauna, what'd you say? Sounds like a killdeer bird. I don't know, for some reason I want to say they're starlings, but I might be wrong. I do have a field guide book my kids got me when I moved to North Carolina. They gave me a pair of binoculars and a bird book for this area. And it tells you the sound they make, what color they look like, and everything. I don't know if bird watching is very popular these days. There goes 2 dragonflies mating. Movie buff, are you being awfully quiet? What you doing? Did you fall asleep? Just my, oh, just me. Good morning, my dear sweet just me. Just me, you are absolutely right with the weed eater. I need to go buy a strap today because I have a lot of weed eating to do. My shoulders, the last time, were in so pain. For 2 days, I could barely move. Good morning, Deidre Baker. Good morning. So I might just do that, go down to Lowe's and see if they. I wonder if maybe I should take my weed eater with me. I hope it works out well. Yeah, you're the one that suggested to me about getting a strap, I think. I do too. Just me. I think my grandkids, my kids, like I said, got me binoculars and the North Carolina birds out here. Like in California, I was just saying, I had a pair of owls that lived in our palm tree. We had a couple, I don't know, 2, 3 acres there. We had a barn, a huge barn, sheds, garages, cars. My husband, I miss him. But everybody's greeting everybody. Deidre, how's Texas? Are you at the beach at Texas? Me too. Me too. History, nature, animals. We are the animal species as well. The other animals are the unhuman animal species. It's just us human species that mess up the world for the other animal species. We don't think, or we overthink and rethink things so much. We think we have a better process than it already was, and we screw it up. And then we have to fix it. All these pesticides and herbicides and better mousetraps. Kill or be killed, the hierarchy. Yes, if you're going to kill to eat meat and all that, that's fine. Just for the sake of the hunt of the thrill, not into it. Just me, I got a new strand, my daughter did. She's going to Texas. She's not going with the stupid heads. Well, she's going to meet up with some of her stupid heads because they haven't been going to concerts. Her and her little backstage passes and stuff and her posters and her hats. She has a hat collection like no tomorrow, just me, when I see her hats. But she's going to Texas to have her tattoo finished from the tattoo artist that started her butterfly on her back. And it's a butterfly with an eyeball. So she'll be gone Saturday, Sunday, Monday, and Tuesday. The kids are going to their dad's. She will, she always does. She knows how to party and get her dab on. But I'm going to ask her to bring me back a tincture instead of the edibles. Because I think what I've been told is a tincture would be better for me. I can't do the smoke and the inhalation of the... Like the dab laid me out in my chair. She said, "Good night, Mom." So the dab's too hard on my lungs. The edibles are good, but they take so long to affect you. I don't know if marijuana is legal in Texas, but she is going to have a 6-hour layover in Colorado. Yeah, that's what I think I'm going to do. I'm going to get her to get me a tincture this time. I like the edibles. There was one that she got that was called Space Gems. She got them on the clearance section. Oh, I wish she would have bought every one they had. They were so good. I even licked the paper. She always brings me back treats. And then she makes the cookies and the brownies, and she's such a good girl. Sometimes. Sometimes I think she likes to party a little bit more, but she works hard so she can play hard, I guess. She's a single mom raising 2 kids, and they're teenagers. Well, one's a teenager, and one's going to be a teenager. A 12-year-old boy and a 14-year-old girl. I gotta brag on them a little bit. They get straight A's in school. Not only is Shane gifted, he's an advanced gifted, accelerated gifted. I don't know what the hell. His sister calls him weird because he likes symphony orchestra music and stuff. The games he plays has orchestra music. He's playing the bass baritone, and I hear him in there. He's challenging himself now where he just gets a song he likes and he plays it. Why aren't you passing strength? Right. Right. Just me, I think we're heading for a civil war. I hate to say it. The unrest in the United States is just not getting better. You know, I wish we would go back to a moneyless society and take money out of the equation. It just promotes greed and evil and power and corruption. But that's not going to happen in my lifetime. I know, just me. It's hard on the heart for those people who care and hurt for others and are sensitive to the needs and kindness of others. "11, yeah, he's a year under my grandson. Shane has got his eye on becoming an engineer. He wants to go to NC State by Grandma Tammy in Wilmington and live with her. He doesn't want to go in school housing. That's his goal. If he could be taking college classes right now, he would. He's so bored with school. They don't challenge him enough. His sister thinks he's crazy because he watches educational channels. He watched the Carl Sagan series, the whole thing. And she's going, "Really, Shane? Do you have to have that on in your room?" And she's all into getting her makeup box or the BoxyCharm or whatever it is. She gets her monthly BoxyCharm and her eyelashes and her TikTok. And this year she said she's not going to do cheer. She's going to do dance instead. This girl is drop dead beautiful. I worry about her. But she's right where she's supposed to be. She's a ninth grader, the crop tops and the whole bit. I just get scared for her. Because the predators, YouTube, the internet has connected these kids. She was telling me she has a friend in Wake Forest and a friend in Chicago. You know, it's like, so I asked her, what about this friend? You know, hoping that they're not a predator to prey on her. So I kind of go and check in on it and make sure that she's got some safe parameters set. I monitor her TikTok all the time. You know, In fact, I call my daughter and I said, "Did you see that TikTok?" And my oldest daughter will say, "Mom," and she'll watch it, and then she'll call Bree and tell Bree, "Bree, you need to take that TikTok down. You know, if Grandma and Grandpa see it and it's inappropriate and they say something, you shouldn't be putting it out there. You're sending the wrong message." She didn't really throw me under the bus because I don't want her to. Christy, hello. Thank you for stopping in. But I care, you know. It takes a village to raise a child. You know, in Japan, they have one-on-one with that child for the first 5 years of their life. There's always an adult with per child. So that 5 years of raising up, the first 5 years of their life, they have a stable foundation for education and learning. There's always someone with them with their curiosity to answer their questions. My husband's dad handled the contracts between the Japan and the United States. He was a lawyer and a pilot. They were in Japan a few years. Now, my boyfriend worked for Jet Propulsion Lab. His dad was in Hawaii for most of his upbringing. He was from California, some fancy ass place. He's kind of a silver spoon kid. He's always thinking daddy owes him a vehicle and daddy owes him this and daddy owes him that. And I said, "Hey, daddy, grow up, dude. You're an old man already and you're leaning on daddy so hard." And his dad's been to Scotland golfing and all over the world. Jet Propulsion, working for NASA, and retired from NASA. But his dad told me, "Why are you with him? He's always a loser. He's always going to be a loser. Leave that man." Finally, I did. I sent him to Ohio, Shauna. He's the one in Bucyrus. I sent him to Ohio. Now I go visit him. Finally, he bought a house. Finally, he bought a house. And he bought his own cars. Finally. But he still looks for the grass is greener on the other side. He's always going to bars looking for the 30-year-olds or 40-year-olds or 20-year-olds. He thinks he's that in a bag of chips, and he's not. He's tore up from the floor up, but he thinks he's... Because he goes in and he buys the bartender drinks that they're going to want him. Captain Savaho. I told him, "Get out of my state." So he moves to the state I was born in. Fucker. I'd rather be friends with them than enemies, though. We went through a lot. When my husband died, he was there for me. You know, when my husband was killed, he was there for me. We got through a lot of hard times together, so I give him that. I give him credit. Credit where credit's due, for sure. Well, 10 people. I appreciate all 10 of you in here. Lurkers, welcome. I'm not keeping up with the chat as much as I should be, because I'm yakking and yakking. I don't even know if Mama Rinda's still in here. She said she was going to say goodbye. Christy, hello. There goes some more birds. Yeah, so my daughter got a place in North Myrtle Beach. She's there right now because she went to a funeral in California, so she's 2-week COVID quarantining herself, but she's working from home. She has a very, very, very good job. And that's my oldest daughter. So she's at Myrtle Beach remodeling this place. Because when she bought it, she said it's dated in the 80s. But I didn't see anything wrong with it. They put new flooring in, painted it, updated the bathrooms. Oh, she said goodbye? Okay. Thanks, Mike. I appreciate that. So I will be going there when it cools down, and I will have that. It's on the second floor. It's in like a resort. There's 7 pools there. The only 2 pools that you can't go to are the ones that are the hotel pools, and it is on a plantation. And it does have uh, where the creek, the river meets the ocean, so there's brackish water, a private beach, and you have to have a code to get in. So I think I'll take like 3 weekdays because the kids and the grandkids all go on the weekends. I'll be able to be there maybe on my birthday or something. You would love to go to Myrtle Beach? Come on down, Shauna. Come on down. Sleeps 8 comfortably. She'd die, have a YouTube meetup. Mom! She told me, no homeless. She says, I got a bum magnet on my forehead. No bums. Eventually, I'm not ready for a man or a companion yet. Not yet. Definitely, they're going to have their place. I'll have mine. I'm pulling some weeds out of this pot. Okay, Deidre. Right. Peace and love. It should be more that way. You know, even if we love the haters, kill them with kindness. Give them that Care Bear stare. Throw them some positive energy. They'll hate it. They'll melt. Like the Wicked Witch did under the house. And she shriveled up because Glenda the Good Witch stepped in. Kill him with kindness. I know sometimes we gotta get pissed off and we have to vent because everybody does. You know, we're not perfect. My favorite hat my grandson wears is Stay Human. I love it when he wears that hat. That's my favorite hat he could ever wear. Shauna, what are you doing today? Christy, do you have any plans for the day? Just me. I know I had heard you saying if you moved anywhere, you were thinking about moving out of California, you'd like to move back to Hawaii. I don't know if I'll ever make it to Hawaii, but I would like to see all the states before I go see other countries. Oh, niece's first birthday party on Sunday. That's nice. Yeah, tomorrow I'm going to my grandson's house. He bought a house, and he's my first grandson. And see his house and his girlfriend. Take him a plant and his birthday present. They invited me over Saturday morning. They don't live too far. Well, actually, they live in Witsit, which is closer to Greensboro. Probably a hop, skip, and a jump from old Pickerick. Just Mike, what about you? Any plans for the day? Now, see, Saturday, Sunday, Monday, and Tuesday, I'll be pet sitting over at my daughter's house. They have that new bird. It's a parrotlet, cats, and chihuahuas, and a dog called Max. So I'll be going back and forth pet sitting. That's always fun because she feeds them. They get fed twice a day, the cats do. She rescued these 2 kittens, 3 kittens that were ferals, brought them in, and now she has 2 more cats. She never found homes for them. She didn't even try. I do want to get some fall plants. I might go down to the landscape place there and treat myself to a couple fall plants that'll look nice. Just Mike, do you have any suggestions? I do like fragrant flowers, but I don't know. I don't care for mums. You might not even be in here. I noticed when I listened to my stream back the other day, I could hear myself breathing. This microphone picks up even your breathing, and I don't care for that. Like, that's terrible. The first 2 minutes, all you could hear was me breathing. Snapdragons, are they more of a fall flower? I know you can do snapdragons from seeds, but I'm going to go down to the aquatic landscape place that they put in waterfalls for people in their yards. They've won the prize of the year in the state for the last 10 years. They put in $13,000 and up of these waterfall landscape plant areas. Just beautiful. If you keep them watered, okay. You know, as a matter of fact, I'm going to do that. I'm going to take my mask, take my happy ass down to Lowe's and get a strap for my weed eater, drive over to the landscape spot, see what she has in plants. I try to get the ones on the clearance section that look like they're almost dead, bring them back to life. What the heck are they? I'm a budget shopper, just Mike. I make my money work for me. I do like the Goodwill. I do like the Habitat for Humanity Restore. I buy my paint there because I'll get $70 paint for $10 a gallon. When I repaint my mobile here on the inside, definitely worth $10 a gallon versus 70. Really good quality paint. They put a little dot on the top of the can. I got a nice oriental rug there for $25, but it was too big for my house. So I gave it away. I haven't been to excuse me, the thrift store in a while. Yeah, I'll treat myself. Couple plants. Excuse me. I've got to quit smoking. It's gonna be the death of me, and I shouldn't smoke. My kids tell me I'm selfish. I know. Just Mike, since the COVID hit, the little store I go to in Yanceyville, I got a picture that was it looked like it was a Norman Rockwell picture, but it was a 1977 calendar. But behind the calendar was a print of these birds. I paid 99 cents for this calendar, and these birds are I'm going to take a picture of it and show you. It's a numbered print of some birds, colorful birds. I did the research on it, and the guy that did these birds went all over the world taking pictures of birds. She charged me 99 cents. I got a piece of green glassware that had a Mason's thing on it. On the internet, that vase is selling for $100. She charged me 99 cents. The problem was she put it in the bag with a huge conch shell I got, and the conch shell conked into the green glass and cracked it. But it was so beautiful. The glass is dark green. I love old glassware. And that thrift store is only open on Wednesdays with limited hours. And they have an abundance of stuff they get because there's a lot of old people evidently there that are dying, and they're donating all their stuff to this little tiny little thrift store that passes out food boxes to people. So it's like a gem. Nobody knows about it in the area. All the people with money go to Chapel Hill, where the yuppies go and buy the antique furniture and stuff there, where they yank up the price so much, you're really not getting that much of a bargain. Hey, good morning, Big Steve. I don't have my eye on you today. Let's see. Thank you for stopping in, Big Steve. You are sure getting some heckling there. But I have a sunglass. I'll wear my sunglasses at night so I can keep the bugs out of my eyes. Hey, Big Steve, did you see Sweet Girl was on the other day? She's coming back a little bit. She's living on a farm, happy as she can be. Yeah, she's she's gonna come back to YouTube a little bit. Riding on the back of a Harley. She finally has a man that's treating her good. They've got chickens. She cooks for him and cleans for him. It's good to see Sweet Girl happy. You just see that she's a lot less stressed. It is very nice to see. Very, very nice. Everybody deserves a significant other. So what you doing today, Big Steve? You have any plans for the day? My plan is to get out here and weed eat because I got the mowing done yesterday. I talked myself into going and you screwed up. Yeah, it can be. It can be, Steve. It's a sticky mess these days with people. Society wants that quick relationship. You're looking for a long-term relationship. It takes a little time to find that one that's right for you, where you guys mesh. Was a bit dot dot dot. Okay. They can be a bit dot dot dot. But I'll bet you were a bit dot 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 right back. You know, they say there's two sides to every story. Yours, mine, and the middle. You know, the drama channels, they got about 10 sides to their stories. And backstories and all this crap. Well, nice. That's good. Your mama raised you right. My son, I dedicate the song Simple Man to him, and that's my song to him, and he knows it. They never treat you right. Oh, Big Steve. Big Steve needs a lovey. Big Steve, have you seen the channel Foodie Beauty? She has like 74,000 subscribers. She's a large woman, but she is beautiful. A beautiful girl. And she's looking for a man. A relationship. Oh man, this girl is very pretty. Look her up. Her name's Foodie Beauty. You could probably appreciate her. At least watch her channel. I think you guys have some things in common. Steve, you got some beautiful eyes. You got a good personality. You got some setbacks. I have a lot of setbacks too. That's why I'm not looking for a man right now. I'm not quite ready. I've got to come over some hurdles first before I'm able to commit to a relationship. You know, the give and take kind of relationship that I require. Steve, you're not a crybaby now. You're not. Grizz raised you better than that. He said he's not even going to own you because you got that package in the mail. He didn't teach you like that. He said you should have kept it a secret. I was like, keep it a secret, Grizz? You don't teach your kids to keep secrets. I told him the apple doesn't fall far from the tree. He probably has his own secret stash. You know what I'm talking about? What the heck am I talking about? Well, I'm talking about that package you got in the mail. Grizz said he's not claiming you as his adopted son even because you got that big ass thing in the mail. And no son of his would have put it on YouTube. They would have kept it a secret. So he's not claiming you. I said, are you kidding me? He said, you wouldn't have put it in out there on YouTube. You would have kept it a secret. I said, Grizz. And he started commenting. I said, the apple doesn't fall far from the tree. I told him. Yeah, he's probably got his own secret stash. Because he's keeping it a secret. Grizz doesn't want anybody to know. I don't know. He has a daughter, but he has a son that has passed. And I didn't know his son had passed. And I apologize for saying, "How's your son?" Because he said, "My son is dead." And I didn't mean to bring up a sore subject because he was saying, "You're like a son to him." So I go on Grizz's channel because Grizz is a jokester. And I joke around back with him. And sometimes I think he doesn't know how to take me. Because the text, it doesn't get it out as well as the talk. It's hard to have them understand what I'm trying to say in the talk, in the text. Just like you said, what am I talking about? That's what I said. Grizz is like a daddy to you. I'm looking forward to you and your bus ticket. You know, how much is a ticket? I'll put in $10. I know it's not a lot, Steve. I'm on a little budget, but just so you could bus. Are you going to bus or fly? A bus would be a lot of days on a bus, so you're going to have food money. It costs a lot? Even on a bus? Well, I know plane flights are really cheap right now. My brother got me a round trip ticket for $100. And the plane was empty. I had 4 rows in front of me and 4 rows behind me empty. You won't fly. You don't fly. And both seats on both sides were empty. You could put the armrest up, have plenty of room. Are you scared to fly? Do you need someone to come get you and fly with you? Like we had to do my grandson, Big Steve, hold your hand, give you a little barf bag. So you don't fly. So you would either have to have someone drive you or take a bus. I'll bet a Greyhound bus ticket can't be that much, is it? No one will ever get you near a plane. Ever. Don't say ever never, because you never ever know. A flight phobia. You can get through it. You can get a hypnosis person to hypnotize you, and that'll all go away. Boom. Next thing, you'll be on a plane laughing your ass off. Fight your phobia. You can do it, Steve. You can do it. Hell no. Hell no. Tim's World says, I'm with you, Steve. Oh, we have 2 men that are afraid to fly. I get it. Hey, I had a little old lady sit next to me when I came from California to North Carolina to move out here. And 2 tiny little old ladies sat next to me, and the little old lady grabbed my hand and said she's so scared. She's never flown before. And don't you know she threw up? She got it in my shoes, all over her friend. And the stewardess came by and said, "Ooh, we don't handle bodily fluids." I said, "What am I supposed to do?" I didn't. So they reseated us. And the lady was apologizing. She was so elderly, apologizing all over the place. Honey, I'm so sorry. I felt bad for her. And I just got a tiny bit on myself. They gave me 2 courtesy drinks. 2 courtesy drinks for that happening. I told my daughter I wanted to turn in that stewardess for her way she reacted. And they sectioned off the seats. It was horrible. Because she had never flown before. And they didn't have a barf bag in the seat ahead of her to grab. Yes, I like the window seat too, Mike. It's amazing what you see in the windows out of the plane. It's fun. We flew, when we go to Disneyland, we fly. Some of them drive. I'm so over Disney. Reaper Man, hello, good morning. More scared to fly. I hear you. I understand. Nobody's going to force it on you. But how much is a bus ticket? Can you Google it and see what the bus tickets are going for? The best time is to get it 2 weeks out. You know, get a 2 week out ticket. You probably, I don't know if you want to go in the wintertime up there. It's got to be cold as shit. Amtrak. Oh, that's a good idea. Amtrak is pricey. Now, I've never taken an Amtrak, but I would love to. One of these days, I will take a train. Believe it or not, I've never been to the Rose Parade, and I want to go back. Hello, hitchhike. I've hitchhiked, Junkyard. I hitchhiked from Ohio to Florida when I was a kid. Told him I was 19. Yep, me and my friend. We did. We made it as far as Georgia, and then went on back. No, you're not blocked. Reaper Man, you're not blocked. I see you. Did I not say hello to you? You're not blocked. Reaper Man is from another community. Welcome. Well, he's from my very first community. Reaper Man's the one that taught me how to go live for the first time. And then he didn't teach me how to end the stream, so it was kind of a weird thing. Reefer Man and I, yes, we go way back. We're one of the first group of channels I ever went to when I had my knee replacement surgery. My son turned me on to YouTube. I was watching some guy named Donnie Baker, a comedian, and then my niece said, watch these, and from there she sent me to Linda's House of Chill, My Cry for Help, Ricky Rooney, and Reaper Man was in My Cry's channel, and so it goes. I've blossomed out. I don't belong to any one community per se. I'm kind of a freelance. I go where I want, wherever the flow of the day takes me. And sometimes I watch the shit shows and sometimes I don't. I like the homestead channels a lot, the gardening channels, craft channels. I like all kinds of channels. Reaper Man, Just Mike does a lot of remodeling of his house and his, he used to live on a farm, now he does not. You know, I'm not sure. You was on a DC-10 that caught fire. Oh my goodness. Oh my goodness, Junkyard. Ooh. We had one that caught a bird in the engine and we had to land and reboard another plane, but it was not a bad thing. So I want to go to the Rose Parade in the Grand Canyon. I would like to take a train, Amtrak train, and an actual train. I did have family, a wino uncle that would hop trains and go from town to town. He got locked in a boxcar that was a freezer car and he lost his toes to frostbite. And they cut his toes off. I could never have the courage to hop a train. Yes, Reaper Man, we are friends. Reaper Man can sing. Well, we shall always remain friends, Reaper. We might not approve of other channels the other one goes to, but when it's all said and done, we go where we want. Oh my goodness, I can't imagine, Junkyard. Now that's an experience you'll never forget. My father-in-law was a pilot and he crashed his plane in Iowa. He had two little, like that plane flying overhead, like a Cessna or whatever they are, little planes. And I guess he got too old and he crashed it in a cornfield in Iowa. And they took his pilot's license from him. Let's see if we can see it. And maybe not. The plane, the plane. Well, you heard it. I was trying to view the plane. So he got his pilot's license taken away. He was a lawyer and a pilot. I never got to fly in a tiny plane, though. I think that would be kind of cool. I was considering a hot air balloon. North Carolina, in California, they had a hot air balloon festival in Temecula, California. And the airport there in Paris, California is known for the largest parachute link up in the world. They linked up when they dropped from the parachutes at the Paris airport in California. We'd go watch the parachuters drop, and every now and then you'd see one of those parachuters slinging around and around, and his parachute wouldn't open. And you could count them when they dropped, how many people were coming out of those parachutes. Really cool to go watch. I'm skipping around. Blazing Leo, good morning. Good morning, dear. How was your night, Blazing Leo? Thank you, Reaper. I forget to tell people to hit the like button. I do. I'm having so much fun in here. I didn't even realize I went past an hour. What the hell? Might as well. I really am not punching a time clock today. I should have waited till today to mow. It would have been a lot easier on me. I got that wind chime there at the Hot Air Balloon Festival here in Statesville, but it was nothing like the Hot Air Balloon Festival in Temecula, wine country. Now Cassandra, Life in Alba Crazy, has the New Mexico Hot Air Balloon Festival that is I think it's the largest in the United States. Stoned is good. What are you talking about, Reaper? Stoned. No, I'm not stoned. I'm not doing any marijuana for the last 6 months. It's been. I'd like to. Hopefully my daughter will bring back a tincture for me to help with the pain. Right? Misfit. Hello, Missy. Welcome to my channel. Somebody must have shared this out. I appreciate it. No, I got stoned. Oh, you got stoned last night. Good. Good for you, Blazing Leo. You needed to. You needed to. Definitely. Take the edge off of what you're going through, dear. I don't want to say anything on the live stream about what's going on, but you definitely need some comfort for the process you're going through. Busy. Right? Hopefully you get settled into your next place and you don't have to move again. You know, on the top 10 stressors of the human, the top 5 are divorce, moving, and a death in the family. A death. That's the top 3. There's top 5, I don't even know what they are, stressors in life. I can't remember what the rest of them are. But moving, divorce, and a death are in the top 5. So when you add one on top of another, I know my niece just passed away, and she left behind a 16-year-old boy and an 18-year-old boy, and they're still going through a lot. Waiting for the certificate to come in, and oh, that's definitely not fun. Right? You've been on a roller coaster. Emotional roller coasters are no fun. Stress and anxiety will take years off of our life. Years. And it's very hard to go through those situations without stress. You wouldn't be human. Hopefully you have a good support group around you to help you get through. I keep in touch with my niece right now, her sister, because she's carrying the brunt of the situation with the 2 nephews. I mean, her sister's 2 kids, making sure that they're situated and that they're going through their process. I just got back about 3 weeks ago. They paid for my plane ticket, or I wouldn't have been able to go, but she said she needed her favorite aunt to be there. My brother paid for the plane ticket. Right, right. Once that service gets done, it does ease up things, but then you got the day-to-day, week-to-week. The thing is, after the service and everything, the other people that surround you move on, and you need them even more the next 3 to 6 months. Yeah, it is. It's beautiful here today and windy. I like the wind. Maybe you could find a little house with a little yard blazing. You have 4 brothers. Yep. They don't think. They don't think. Of course, you had mother living with you, so you get the fun of all the arrangements and all that. And then you gotta process yourself. One brother at least is stepping up, eh? Do you have any aunts or uncles, or? I just say, I hope you have a good support group. I know Silent's there for you, and like I said, I'm not gonna push myself. If you need me, I'm here. Good. Good. And then you get the uglies coming out. Everybody wants to grab a piece of the pie and grab something. And the takers. Oh my goodness. But at least at my niece's funeral, everything went smooth. Nobody was hating, nothing. There was no fights. Nobody got out of hand. It went really smooth. They opened up a little funeral home a town over. You want to use one sister as a pinata. Wet her lips and stick her on the wall, and I'll hand you the bat. Oh, I bet. I bet. Right now they're thinking about what is it that I want that mother had. And she's not even probably, there's always a family member that does that. And they get on your last nerve like you don't have enough going on right now. Not that that's in your family, but most of them do. Right. I'm telling you. I'm telling you. And then they go to get up and speak, at the eulogy or something, and you're like, oh my gosh. Oh no. Did they really wear that outfit here? The outfits that they put on to show themselves. Show. And then they gotta show their ass on top of it all. Yes. When my ex-husband's uh, father died, the one daughter sold all the stuff to her children extra cheap. It was supposed to be divided up amongst the kids, and she really took control, and none of the families heard from her since. The wicked witch of the money. Oh, it's sad that they have to be that way. It is. Did they come visit her when she was alive? Did they spend quality time? They lean in and listen to her stories, what she had to say, and share and laugh with her? Of course not. Sit beside her so you could go and have some time for yourself and watch her while she was in her process of near life end? Of course not. But they're the first ones to make a stink and point the finger at what you're doing. They're the first ones to say you're doing wrong and call you out. Of course not. I'm sure your mom needed to make peace with all of her children. And you were there, right up there, blazing. My aunt took in my grandma when she passed. And I'll never forget my grandma. I loved her. She was great. She'll aunt them. Good. She's got spunk. Because I know Blazing Leo, you got spunk. And you had to get your spunk from somewhere. You had to get your spunk. You got fire in you, girlfriend. I've heard you talk on panels before. You got strength. You're going to have to dig deep for every piece of strength you have right now. Strong woman. Yes. Strong woman. Give the sister a Christmas tree ornament and tell her, there you go. And shut up. Blazing, you know what your mom would have wanted. Sissies. Oh no. Well, that was saying it nice. At least you didn't call them pussies. I didn't say that. I said sissies. Yeah, some of them, their wives hold their huevos in their purse. If they have wives or girlfriends, lead them around. No, I want a strong man with a velvet glove and an iron hand that I can lean on that knows me. All right. I want a man that can handle my fire. Right? That's a shame. That's a shame. This isn't a men bashing thing though. But you can vent. Your ex was a sissy too? Well, that's why you divorced him. You divorced him. Now, my ex wasn't. My ex was too dominating, though. But that's why we have an ex for a reason. He would tell me who I could and couldn't be friends with. I wasn't allowed to have friends, different things. It's all water under the bridge now. We're friends now, but I don't have to be subservient to him. I don't have to hear and obey. I'm allowed to be me. No. Right. The emotional stuff. Got you. Blazing Leo, do you know that emotions and feelings aren't the same thing? My therapist said that to me, and it took me a minute to think about it. I thought emotion and feeling was the same, but it's not. It's not the same. Do a lot of breathing. Is it going to be an all-day thing? You're going to have a little food thing afterwards, or... I don't know how the COVID is in your state, what they allow and not allow. Yes, that's how I want. I said, remember me and the happy times. Talk about when you laughed. Talk about the fun we had. Because when it's my turn, it's my turn. I know that my kids will be sad, but everybody gets a turn. It's the process of life. Hello, Michael. I watched your show the other day. Michael, there's a lady named Sherry Kay who is a gourmet chef. She does the keto diet. She makes keto bread and keto-friendly food, and I thought about you. I want to ask her if she'll send you a keto package. She sent me a keto book and different things to eat to help with your diet, because I saw you're using almond flour and stuff, and you have the cream cheese. You're on the right track. I'm sorry to switch gears on that. I wanted to let Michael know, and it's easier to tell him in the live stream than it is to say to him any other way. And I want to ask her to send you a box of keto diet. She makes her own keto bread. And she's really into helping people. Like Big Steve ENT has weight issue. And she's really into helping people to try to help them with their weight issue. Now I'm going out on a limb here and asking you first before I ask her. A really kind lady. Yes, processed is true there, Blazing. The more unprocessed, the better for you. Okay, Mike. Have give Reaper Man your email address, and he could give me your email in my Hangouts. I know, I saw that. I saw you doing that with the almond flour. And when I saw you doing that, I thought about my friend Sherry, and I thought I'm going to ask her for you. And see what she says. Well, guys, we have about... My phone battery just gave me the getting low signal, so I'm going to end this at 100 minutes. I have 97 minutes and 40 seconds, so we have about 2 minutes to say our goodbyes to everyone in the chat. There's 11 people here. I appreciate the 11 people plus that have been flowing in and out throughout my stream here. It was one of the best streams I've had in a long time. A lot of people came through that I haven't seen in a while. I appreciate all of you, and I truly do. In the lurkers, yeah. And so we want to say our goodbyes to everyone, because I'm going to say pushing the X and ending the stream over and out 10-4, good buddies, right at the 100 mark. So we have a minute and a half left. So I can get on. I want to go buy myself a plant today, Leo. A flower, a fall plant to put in my yard. Leo, treat yourself to some kindness. If you need to go get your hair done, get your nails, do something kind for yourself through this hard, stressful time. Soak in a bath of Epsom salt with some candles. Anything you can do to help relax you for tomorrow, girlfriend. I know. When you get time, make time. Make time for yourself. What is that person with the... What is that? With the circle and a bunch of... What is that? Okay. I don't know what that was. Whoever that was on the channel with that figure. And those other figures. Oh, devil emojis. Okay. Well, there's always a little devil. I'm going to love you with more kindness, little devil. Thank you for stopping in. I'm happy to have you. I got my finger button ready. 20 seconds and less. Thank you, everyone. Hey, we can't have 13 thumbs up. I need one more thumb. Come on, people now. Smile on me. Give me that one thumb I'm looking for. One thumb, one thumb, one thumb. Come on. I gotta stay a few more seconds. I'm not blocking anybody. Okay, well, I'm ending it anyways. Pushing the X and ending the stream.